Director here in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions at Virginia Tech. One of my special roles here in the office is serving as support to the Corps of Cadets, which I'm very excited about. So today what we're going to talk about is basically how you're going to conduct yourself at a college fair. Everything from table setup to the content of what you should be talking about. And so the first thing that we'll talk about is your appearance. And I have asked a Corps alumnus to join me here today. We've got Gary Jackson.
Morning.
And what you see him wearing is perfect. So you can expect to be in business casual, and this could be as formal as you want. So suit and tie is okay with some Corps pins on your lapel. Hokey bag is okay as well. The main thing is we want to make sure that you're not wearing jeans and a t-shirt. We want to see you more dressed up than that, and we want to see you in some nice shoes, but you can also have walking shoes to wear behind the table. You will be standing quite a bit, so you want to make sure that you're prepared for that. But really, as dressed up as you'd like to be, we do like to see some maroon and orange, so you match our tablecloth. So if you want to make sure that you bring some of that out, that would be great. Here is the table, so this is what you can expect the table setup to look like. We have everything from our civilian and Corps Hokey birds to our main brochure, What's a Hokey? So this is what you'll give prospective students and families. It has pretty much everything that students are going to want to know in here, as well as information about the Corps. We've got visit cards here, which include some information on the back about our open houses and how students can come and see campus. We've got this Hokey bird cutout here, which is really awesome. We're glad to have that this year. And on the back it has some facts and figures for our students and families, including some information about the Corps here as well. We've got some Corps of Cadets brochures too, so you can expect to see that. And these stand-ups also have information. We have several of them, so they may vary when you come to a college fair. They may not be these exact ones. This one features application deadlines as well as what we're looking for in applicants. And then this one focuses on the Corps of Cadets, which is really great. We're happy to have that as an option to put on our table this year. Now, when you have students approaching your table, you're going to need to answer their questions regardless of if they're interested in the Corps of Cadets or not. So you'll want to make sure to just read over some of the information that we give you, as well as these interactions are going to be really brief. At some fairs you may have a really long line, so you want to make sure that you are keeping the line moving. No interviews should be taking place during this time. It should just be really quick interactions answering a student or a family's questions, as well as no photographs should be taken during this time, simply because we don't have a student's permission to post those anywhere, and so you'll just want to be aware of that if you are bringing a camera with you, just that you may not have the student's permission to post those photos. The main things that you're going to want to talk about with students, the first thing that we look at in the application review process is a student's strength of curriculum. So we want to see students that are taking advantage of the upper level courses that are offered to them at their high school. So this can be AP, IB, dual enrollment courses, and we review students within the context of their high schools. So if a student isn't offered those upper level opportunities, we're not going to expect to see those upper level courses on their transcript. After that, we're going to be looking at a student's grades. So really what we want to see here is a solid mix of A's and B's. It does not have to be all A's, but it should not be all B's. That can be kind of a catchphrase that you tell students. If they have a C on their transcript, that does not mean that they will not receive an offer from Virginia Tech. It's just that our most competitive students do have that mix of A's and B's. We look at kind of upward and downward trends as well on the transcript. That kind of gets a little deep, so you don't have to share that with them. You will have that admissions representative with you who can share that information. After that, we're going to be looking at test scores, so SAT or ACT scores there, it doesn't matter which one. We do super score between the tests, so students can kind of sit back on that, and if they take it more than once, we will look at their highest scores. You'll see in here we do have the middle 50% listed, and so you can look that up. For SAT this past year, it was an 1160 to a 1340, so that means 25% of our students offered admission had below those scores, and 25% of our students had above those scores. For the ACT, the middle 50% was a 25 to a 30. And once again, 25% below that, 25% above that. After that, we look at a student's personal qualities. So we want to see what they're bringing to the table outside of their academics. So this can be anything from the personal statements that they fill out on their application, to their interest in the Corps of Cadets, to any extraordinary talents they might have, as well as anything that they want to provide us, really. We want to see who that student is holistically, so we do have that holistic review process. So we want to see what a student can contribute to our community as well. Those are really the main parts of the review process, and that's probably what students will ask you about the most. If you have students asking you about the majors that we offer, right here in this booklet, very last page, you will see the breakdown of all of our majors, minors, and concentrations. So this is really great for you to kind of look at beforehand and just get a good feel for what we've got going on here. But that should be everything that you need to be successful at a college fair. You will have that admissions representative to ask any questions to that you might have. And then I will ask Gary if he thinks there's anything from his
perspective. Thank you, Kayla. I appreciate you doing this for all Corps alumni. I just wanted to emphasize to the Corps alumni that if you cannot answer a question, do not worry about it. You should have an admissions rep you can refer that to. Just be aware of everything that's on the table and what it represents, and above all, be positive and be energetic and be nice. But do not worry about not being able to answer a question, and don't try to answer a question if you don't know the answer. We appreciate all you do for the Corps, and we also want your help in increasing Corps applications, so thanks.